Hello Facebook, Janet Rangi. I missed you. I hope you missed me. I'm here to bring you to America. I'm here to take you to Canada. Okay, sometimes I need to get lost a little bit so you can miss me. But I'm back. I've been on other forums though. Okay, today's title, it's for everyone. Okay, which is the best ideal bank statement you need to present at the embassy, okay, to stand a good chance. Okay, keywords, ideal. Keywords, best bank statement for you to have a chance at the American Embassy. And before I start, let me define, okay, people that need a bank statement and those who can get away with a bank statement. If you are going to a community college, you are more likely to need a bank statement. Why? Because American loans rarely give loans to people going to community colleges. Number two, if you are being sponsored for a conference, you are being sponsored for a school, you have a full scholarship, obviously you don't need a bank statement. Okay? If you have cash and you went to the school and paid cash, now let's put that aside. What I want to do is, because some of you will come and say, but Janet, you speak about these loans, can I get loans? And I'm just defining here. If you have a bachelor's degree, not if you have a bachelor's degree, if you are going to university for a bachelor's degree, keep in mind, okay, that they rarely give. Why? Because they don't know your performance. But after you finish your freshman, sophomore, and now you're about to go to the junior and senior year, they can consider you. Because now your grades will be good, you'll be more convincing. Welcome, welcome. This video, I'm doing it, I know people are sleeping, okay, but I've been disappearing way too long. When they wake up, they'll watch this video. The ideal bank statement, okay? For some of you who are here, thank you for showing up. Number one, I want you to consider your age. And you say, Janet, what does age have to do with this? Think like that. Ideally here in America, and I know they understand where we come from. When you're above 25, honestly, 26, you're almost getting married, it's very rare that parents are taking all their life savings for you. Okay? If you are 35, 38, and you are married with kids, and you are saying, my dad, my mom, you think it's a very strong bank statement? Probably not. It's still questionable, okay? But you know, by all means, who is the best person to give you the closest family? So consider your age. Of course, if you're 18, 19, coming to university for the first time, voila! These people need parental guidance. They need parental money. Number two, I want you to consider the cost. Why do you say the cost? Because many people make this mistake, in my opinion. You go to a very expensive university, you make an application. It's costing $40,000 per year. It's costing $50,000 per year. And then now you find a bank statement. To make matters worse, the bank statement is from a friend, from an uncle, from an aunt. Okay, even let's assume from nuclear family, but let's assume now, okay, from your aunt or your uncle. And you say, Janet, I have a very strong bank statement. How much is the fee? $40,000. What is the amount of the bank statement? 52. Okay, it looks like it's a lot. Yes. 52,000, because the law says you have to demonstrate 1 year of payment. Right? Okay, it looks nice. And then you go to the embassy, they're wondering, really? First year is 40. Second year, where are you going to find it? That's number one. Number two, they're thinking, surely who on this earth? Who is this uncle? In fact, that's why they ask you, what does your uncle do? And what does he, how many children does he have? Your uncle will leave his wife and children and give you your life savings, his life savings, to bring you to America. My friends, you see? And then you say, they asked me one question, Janet. They didn't even care. They didn't even look at me. Are you getting it now? You think, okay, now that I'm talking about it, think about it. Right? Honestly, I don't see an uncle who has 5 children unless you come like this. My uncle is a very successful businessman. He owns ABCD, and this is just one of his bank statements, by all means. By all means, because when they say an uncle, what does your uncle do? In that case, I would say he owns this hotel here, he owns these apartments here, he owns this public transportation here. In total, it brings about $100,000. This is making sense. And actually, why is he sponsoring you? Maybe your dad helped to educate him. Maybe he's your guardian. Okay, maybe you're an orphan. So all these things have to make sense. So the cost is very important. So what are you saying? If you have a bank statement of 52,000, I would rather look for a school that is 25,000 US dollars. It makes sense. Okay? Even with that, they are thinking you're already doing very well. And by the way, you never think like that, right? You're doing very well. Why are you taking all your life savings? They're looking at how much is coming in. It maybe took you 30 years, it took you 20 years to even save that 52,000. Well, but that's okay because, you know, America is a land of dreams. You can come and get that money back. But I want you to think like that. I want you to think like that. So the cost is very important in relationship, okay, with this bank statement. Number 3 now is the relationship. What is the source of this bank statement? I've just alluded on this. You know, by a few, let me see, watching from Dubai, it looks like you can hear me. Sometimes I ignore comments and people are telling me, Janet, we can't hear you. Okay? Now, relationship. As I said, if it's your mother strong, your father strong, your spouse, it's your money anyway, unless you are not on the same bank statement. Then he has to sign those papers saying he's going to sponsor you. Those are strong relationships. But friends, I have a friend who has this nice bank statement. Okay? I have this uncle of mine, he works with the United Nations. He's very well renowned, so he has this bank statement. It's still questionable. Unless, as I said, you prove. So the relationship is very important, the cost is very important, and your age is very important. Let me go to number 4, which is, this one is big. I didn't spend time on number 3 because they kind of, you know, worked together. Number 4, the natural transactions. Where is this bank statement coming from? Is this bank statement coming from a farmer? Is this bank statement coming from a businessman? Is this bank statement coming from where? But even after saying that, what are those natural transactions? Someone called me and I'm sorry, I forgot to block people. Okay? Now, I want you to look at those natural transactions. This is the common scenario I see. People apply, they finish, they put in the DS-160, but someone promised a bank statement. And now, when they go to the embassy, since the bank statement was the last thing they acquired, the bank statement is not matching what is the DS-160. You see? Because you didn't spend time to understand why, okay, you are putting this person in the bank statement. Let me just give an example. Okay, let me give an example. You go there, you say you are a teacher, okay? And naturally, they're wondering the source of this money. We've been in this country, by the way, some countries teachers earn very well. I'm just using, not that teachers don't earn good money, I'm just using that as a quick example, okay? Now, you say teachers, I say, okay, I don't know what kind of teacher will be able to educate a child in America, but let's see. Can I see your bank statement? Okay. Now it's your responsibility to explain. Maybe it has 50,000 US dollars. Maybe your parents were in a circle. They've been saving money. Or they have a side hustle. Or they have a business on the side, but they are teachers. It's your responsibility. Now, why is this important? They can just open one page. And they say, oh, how much does your dad earn? And then you say, this. Is this his bank statement? Yes. If you say they earn 5,000 US dollars, they better see that transaction somewhere. How many of you have a bank account from your job? If I was to open your bank account today, and every 2 weeks or every month they pay you, honestly, if you signed up for $2,000 per month, we will see, every month we'll be seeing some 2,000 coming in consistently. We don't think about these things. We don't think about these things. Okay? If you claim something, back it up. I like to say receipts. In America, street language is a receipt. You have to show me the receipt. Evidence. If you're claiming something that someone is bringing in 5,000 US dollars per month, let us see those transactions coming in, at least on a monthly basis, or every 3 months, but at least consistently. What are you saying, Janet? Match the story to the bank statement. Get the bank statement, work yourself this way. Don't work yourself from this way to this way. Let the bank statement speak your story, your financial story. Okay? Because that can be very, very, actually they never tell you, but probably they feel insulted, intellectually, because of the answers you give sometimes. But now, Janet, we are not. Okay, we are going there very prepared, very smart. We are just gonna say, okay, it's common sense. Some of these things is because of experience, it has come naturally. There's just something, once you do things over and over again, the rest starts falling in place. The chips just fall in place. You start seeing these things like day and night. Okay? So make sure the bank statement makes sense to these people. It's not about the amount. Okay? Sometimes speak yourself. Fight. Sell yourself. That is what Janet is saying. Make sure you sell yourself when it comes to these bank statements. Okay? Now, for those who, remember I mentioned community colleges, I mentioned bachelor's degree. If you are doing bachelor's degree, they probably don't trust you yet. Okay? Such people probably you have to wait. But people that are getting, they don't need bank statements are probably people coming for masters. Okay, now I'll talk this over and over again. Okay, how nice. And you know me, I follow technology. I really follow these people and what they do. I even saw those loan people, they are starting to ask for more funding. So, I follow. Me, I like this country because business is a risk. You understand? For me, I think they are taking a risk. Loaning people who are international people, if they go, they might never pay back. But us, we are happy as international students. Now we have a chance to get these loan people to loan us money. I am very excited about that. You understand? But now the repercussions of paying back are the problem. You understand? But now they've asked for, we call it seed. They have seed funding. In America, when a new company is starting, you can start with an idea, and then when it starts kicking off, of course, they've kicked on like fire. Janet being part of them. Janet being someone that is bringing customers every day. Okay? Now, they finish round one. You can have seed one. Once the idea is catching fire, you can go and investors will say, hey, this is a bright idea. They start putting their money in there. They start taking risks. All of a sudden, big banks can even now lend millions. So I saw the news, they've gotten more millions. Meaning, we are there. You understand? Now, be careful. They don't fund every course. Okay? Be careful to choose your schools wisely. Okay? So what are you saying, Janet? Master students, PhD students. Now you have a chance to actually apply to a school. Guess what? And just get funding. Come to America. Oh, by the way, even you diaspora who are watching me, I know my people from home are sleeping. These days I have so many diaspora also. Either for themselves or for their families. I've seen diaspora coming and thanking me. They don't have a green card, they don't hustling. You see, some of you who don't follow Janet, you think, Janet is talking to people outside America. No, by the way, so many people have come now in America and Canada. I have so many people in here. Okay? There's so much I can do it myself right now. Okay? But the people who are in diaspora now, they came and thanked me. They have loans. Before they had to find a cosigner. Now they have Janet. So you have no excuse saying, I cannot follow Janet. Maybe Janet will say that some of us will refuse to do nursing. Some of us, no. Me, I just say stories. Of course, I don't pick on anyone. Okay? Of course, if you follow Janet, you have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. My goal is to leave you better than you found me here today. I said, you know what? I miss Facebook. I better, and I've been putting my effort on YouTube because for many years, I've given me a lot. Okay, but I just like Facebook because it's easy, it's interactive. Okay, not like now. I'm gonna start coming my hours, but I'm so busy. But very good news: the American Embassy is doing a good job. They have opened up. This is the time to make applications. If you're listening to me, okay, the success rates are a little bit higher than normal all over the world right now. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, people are making use of those midnight hours that Janet used to say. They wake up at midnight, they find appointment available. In fact, some of us, when we are making applications, we try to make applications for emergency. Emergency not available. Why? We have appointments available. Remember, you have, I think, 4 or 5 chances to keep trying. Now, don't go to the embassy. Maybe you're scheduled to come in September. Your appointment is November. Then you go at midnight. You see an opening in September, you take. And you're supposed to be in school in June. Hold on. Don't use all your tools. Only change if you see an appointment that is maybe around May. Some of you see, I'm in November. Something has opened in September, you take. Another one again, another one opens September 1, you take. Now you've used 2 of your tools. Now you only have 2 left. Don't do that. You know, sometimes Janet has to teach people every skill. I don't take anything for granted. Anytime I see a little problem, I come and teach my people, okay? Because I know this is very, very important. Yes. So I've given Facebook most of my time. But now, this year, I made a very calculated move to start growing my YouTube. Okay, and if you are not there, please go and subscribe. I'm growing very quick. Okay, I like it there also, you know. And here, I've not lost any momentum. I'm here. Even if I do this video at odd hours when you think no one will watch, when I wake up, it's still watched. But I'm gonna try. What I'm trying to say, I'm making so many applications. The embassy has woken up. People are coming. Janet, I need a visiting visa. Janet, I need a student visa. I need you to do all everything. So janetrangi67@gmail.com. janetrangi67@gmail.com. Even you diaspora, you are coming for your uncles and your aunts and your whoever. And those ones at home, but I realized some of you sweat before you come to Janet. So if Janet makes applications, she's really sweating. Okay, it's people have tried. They say, Janet, it's very hard. I used to think it's just to go there Google, by finding those schools. It's very hard unless you put in a lot of effort. Especially schools that give loans, you have an easier time if you've put in TOEFL, IELTS, you know, Duolingo. You've put in credential evaluations. You know, you have your official transcripts. You know, you've written a very good statement of purpose and a good resume, you know, and then your grades, of course, you understand? So if you come bare minimum, no English preparation, and by the way, can I just break the news right now, okay? All these things we were enjoying during the pandemic and post-pandemic, most schools now are asking for these things. I mean, the languages, still, we have leeway, most of us. But most schools now are they're back to their old behaviors of GMAT, GRE, okay, WES, making credit. Most of them are back to that. Especially schools, why these schools that have loans have to be competitive is because they are already competitive with American students. Those students who come from those universities are more likely to be sponsored on H1B, are more likely to get green cards, are more likely to get jobs. And so these loan people, they do a lot of research to make sure that they place people directly in those schools. So they are very careful, you know, so they don't sponsor all schools. And what does that mean? It means those schools are more competitive. And so if you come to me bare minimum, I have to work so hard, okay? Sometimes not, I sleep at 3, by the way. My normal time for sleeping is normal, 2, 3. You find me in bed at 11, I must be lucky. You find me even, I don't have time for shopping. I don't have no time, absolutely no time. I'm busy, okay? Come for consultation. Come for consultation, janetrangi67@gmail.com or janetrangi.com, info@janetrangi.com, anything janetrangi. janetrangi.com is taken. So long as you make sure the spellings are correct, you'll just end up, we'll merge those emails together. Okay? I love you. Merci beaucoup. Muchas gracias. Asanteni sana. Zikomo. Until the next video, I will see you. I'll start making videos on weekends, prime time. Wait for Janet. Sometimes she's very patient, but when she comes, she'll come back strong. Okay? Now I'm coming these odd hours, and I know videos don't move very fast, but you know what? I have to do what I have to do. You know what? Like sometimes I show up those prime hours, and maybe a client is waiting for consultation. Why is she on the video? She's supposed to be calling me. So I'm under a lot of pressure. You see what I mean? I'm busy. And you know, it's not like I ignore anyone's questions. That's why I come to do these videos. Like, surely, if you listen to Janet's videos, what does she hide? Most of you go making applications on your own because you're taking advantage of the information Janet is making. Okay? But you have to be fair. Okay? You cannot take and still come to me for my personal time. Because, hey, even some people, I can see their message quickly and then I respond. They're like, oh, thank you, Janet. So can I follow up with this? I'm like, sure. More likely, I will never come back to you. Why? Because when I wake up, I have a goal to go to work. I have a goal of my life, and then I have a book of consultations. Surely. Even if it were you. Will I just leave the people that have paid for a consultation and just be nice and come to you? Okay, and by the way, it's demand and supply. Some people say, yo, Janet, but how much? Do you know how much I get paid in America per hour? So we put all these things in consideration. And don't forget the brand itself, okay? At work, maybe it's my education, okay? But my name itself, how much is it worth? Like if I was to announce today, consultation $30, how many people are willing to come? Thousands. How many people can be able to serve thousands of people in 1 week? That is what we call demand and supply. So I'd rather have high fee so that I can have manageable numbers. There's no one who is willing to go and pay Janet consultation and have someone else do consultation. Of course, applications I have help. I have a team, by the way. Josephine, okay, Joshua, all of them. Josephine are Janet Rangi, Joshua are Janet Rangi, Bruce are Janet Rangi, Sam are Janet Rangi, Purity are Janet Rangi, Ashley are Janet Rangi. I hope I didn't forget any of them. Okay, that's the problem of mentioning them. So if you hear them, Janet, I had someone calling me. No, I have a team. I'm a virtual office myself. Okay, I have a full team. So don't think, oh, Janet, now I'm giving $99 for consultation is a lot. First of all, Janet gets more than that per hour, even in her own job. And even my team members are in the United States. I have to give them a reason why they have to leave their good jobs in America and come work for Janet. And I cannot just tell anyone to apply. People are coming because of the American brand. And it's true. People that are here, they know how to communicate clearly to the admission office. They know what to look for. They know the strengths. They know all the weaknesses. And that's why you're coming here. That's number one. Number two, I have hosting fees. I have taxes. I have, so now you understand, okay? You can't just say, Janet. There's a guy from Uganda who told me, Janet, once upon a time, there's this man who said a story. I don't know, people from Uganda fix me that there was a rich man. The poor man was saying, I'm not going to give money to that rich man. Now the rich man was already rich, but now because he didn't give that, they ended up just saying, yeah, you don't do that. Okay? It's a win-win situation. I have a full team, okay? And remember that we are in America and I still give affordable rates, competitive. Why am I doing this? You sent me to this job. I gave until the what do we call it? The market. And by this, well documented. The market demanded that I do this. Because at some point now it was just, Janet, do it. Janet, do it for me. Janet, do it. Janet, why can't you? Why can't you? It's just that I was busy with school. But also in the background, I was preparing. Because when I started myself, I struggled a lot. Okay, but with that, I have to go study customer service, what not. Money system, there's a lot that is involved. I put a lot of effort. And when I start something, I do the best using research. And that's why you see, I see I'm struggling, I add a team member. I add a team member. I add a team member. It doesn't matter, I lose money, I make money, no. The service will continue. Very high customer service, okay? We want pioneers like Janet, okay? So that we can, and then another one went to the comments, it's just about money. Can you imagine someone who has followed Janet for 5-10 years? It's about money. Are those people like nuts in their head? And secondly, what kind of business doesn't need money? This dress here I had to pay. Someone had to go and sew it. Me, I go to work, and then someone tells me you're just coming to work because of money. No. Mindset. Again, Janet is the pioneer. I want all of you to go on the streets of Nairobi, on the streets of Kampala, and start hawking. That is business. That is business. Start selling shirts. Start selling wigs. Start selling this. It's the same. Okay? Mindset. Okay? And then number two, I always knew this, but I was more focused on the brand. Growing my name, growing the everything, so that you get to know me. Because if you start something, and then the next day you're asking people for money, they will run away. But if you give, it reaches a point where it's an overflow, and you have no choice and it will be done. That is what I did. But number two, it was to maintain dignity and respect. Okay? If you give free things for a long time, the respect will go away. People will take you for granted. And I know that, and I knew it. In fact, the reason I didn't start early was because I was going to school, I was doing other things. Okay? In fact, some people used to tempt me, especially agents who are making money, they come listen to Janet Rangi videos, they run, they come and do it. It's not like I didn't know. But when you have bigger plans, these things don't bother you. Because you know the preparation you have. In fact, most champions in this world, I'm mumbling. They take like 17 years to prepare, and it might take them only 1 year to get the return. Okay? Most people are not patient. And that's why they make it small. Okay? Look at these basketball players. If they tell you their story, they started practicing maybe when they were 9 years old. By the time they start going into the championships, maybe they are 22 years old. Or 18. So maybe it took them 10 years, 15 years. Just preparing for that moment. Just preparing for that Olympics. But someone that is you give one thing, you ask, you give one thing, no problem. You can continue selling pencils and shoes and sell 2 shoes per day, that's okay. But if you want to make it large, on a large scale, patience, and preparation. In fact, the word is preparation. Janet is so prepared. Janet is so prepared. You'll never know how much I'm prepared. You know? How did I do it? I went underground for 5-6 years. I disappeared on the surface of the earth to build a foundation. Okay, to build a foundation. Therefore, it's easy when you have a foundation. Customer service foundation, building relationship foundations. Okay, you know, how to deal with money systems, how to, you know, that is why up to today, we've never had even a single complaint from our banks. Do you understand? Why is it? It's not by accident. I am very prepared for that, because I took time to learn from the best and build a foundation. Okay, today I mumbled a lot, okay? Merci beaucoup, muchas gracias, asanteni sana, zikomo, I have to go. I will see you in these videos one of these days on a very nice time, okay? Hola, bye-bye, okay, adios, see you, bye.